Hi guys, Jack Spirko, and we are here on the 7th day of the biltong hanging, and you can see we're out of my office where I have it all hanging up. I got my assistant Braylon here. Maybe he'll try it, we'll see. But this is a piece of it after it's hung for 7 days. And people have been asking me, how do you know when it's done? Well, it's done when you feel like it's done. You're not cooking it, so it's not like it's going to be underdone. It's all preference. But I like it to be about like this. It gets pretty stable about like this point, but it will absolutely keep drying out. So it's a good idea to put it in either Ziploc bags, vacuum seal bags, jars, whatever. You can freeze it if you want to, but you don't have to do that to preserve it because it's preserved. This will last damn near forever now. It's almost like it's mummified, but it's also cured, kind of like making a quick prosciutto out of a red meat instead of a ham. And if you look at this, we can knock it on its head here, but if you listen to that and bring the camera in, it's hard on the outside, and if you feel it, it'll feel light, but yet it gives a little bit. Where you really notice what you're looking for out of it, though, if you come in there, you can see this nice crust on the outside. That inside is actually quite malleable. It's a little bit juicy yet, and I always make it with the grain running long ways. That way you have grain like this, so when you want to cut little pieces to eat, instead of gnawing on that like a rawhide, this is actually quite good, and you can see it's just kind of like a cured meat. You can see it has this kind of like glossy translucency to it, and on really thick pieces at 7 days, it might even be a little pink still in the center, and that's fine. We'll see if Braylon, you want to eat it? You try it? Kind of like meat cheese. It's the art of rot.
What do you think, Braylon?
It's good. What?
Well, what do you think?
Tell the truth. What do you think?
If you don't like it, you don't like it. Trust me, I'm not going to give you any more anyway, so.
It's good. It is, crunchy, kind of crunchy, and it's kind of scratches your tongue a little on this side. Scratches your tongue a little?
Okay, how does it taste?
It's got quite a bit of pepper on it. So that maybe makes it a bit spicy for him, I don't know. What do you think?
Do you like it? All right, Jack.
So, some of you might be thinking, well, I'll cut it up when I put it away. Don't cut it up when you put it away. Leave it whole, because when you expose that, of course, it's going to start drying out. And you really want to kind of preserve that. You don't want this to be like jerky. Every time I make this, people say, well, you're basically making jerky. No, you're not basically making jerky. This is biltong. It's not jerky. It's dried in the cool shade. You don't use a dehydrator. If you use a dehydrator on this, what happens is this outer crust forms way too fast. It locks the center in, and then because it kind of all forms uniformly, it completely dries it out, and it makes it like a big, thick hunk of jerky. That's not what you're looking for. You want this kind of a cured. Come in one more time. You can see how that moves. And if you think of like a piece of prosciutto ham, it's kind of the same thing. And the thicker you make it, the easier it is to leave it a little bit rare in the middle. Anyway, there you go, guys. That's how you make it. No biltong boxes, no light bulbs, no dehydrators. Salt, pepper, coriander, a little bit of apple cider vinegar. Cut your strips thick, hang them up. 5 to 7 days, it's done.